to get to burn up, and it just sat there and sat there and sat there and just bubbled the barbecue sauce. So I'll just let it cool off and throw it in the trash then. Welcome to Time by the Tent. Happy to have you along for another extended weekend here up in the Northwoods of Wisconsin. Heading out to tree stand Friday afternoon. 47 degrees, 46 degrees, no wind. The rut appears to be what I would consider in swing as we are getting to that important time frame of the year. Gonna head out to the stand that I have been seeing all the activity last week and during the week this week. So I will see you in the stand. Got about an hour and a half of light left. Got up here as quick as I could. And then got tomorrow and Sunday to see what can be happening. Didn't see anything. Very little wind. It's 43 right now. It was 47 when I left. 46 when I left. It's 43 now. So scheduled to get down to like 29 I think is what the schedule. I don't know where my phone. There it is. What is it supposed to get down to tonight? 37. Oh, okay. 35. That was yesterday. 35 for a low. So we don't have much farther to go. I left everything in the tree. Bow, backpack, brought back my fanny pack, what was carrying. But everything left in the tree. Holly does that with her blind. And I'm going to go back to that stand in the morning. And then decide from there what move to make. Because that's the only activity we're seeing. Or what's on in front of Holly's blind, and I'm not going to go over there to disturb that because I want to get her a deer and not have any issues with spooking what's over there. I want her to get in there next week and get one, or as soon as possible. So I'm going to get changed, going to get the fire going outside, going to have what do you mean, McRibs? They're not McRibs, but they're like that, pork ribs. And I got a salad. So I'll get this stove going first, because it is cold in here. What does it say? 43 in here as well. So that's where we're at. Appreciate you coming along. Tomorrow's supposed to be light and variable winds. High 45-ish. 41. Mostly cloudy. So as I spoke about, got a salad there, and then these barbecue 6 boneless rib patties. So normally it's to go in the oven or microwave. We do have a microwave, but it takes 6 to 7 minutes on high. So in that microwave with the big power station, for every 1 minute, it's 5% off of that. So that would be 35% off of that power station for 7 minutes. Assuming that that is what it would take to cook them on high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, and I've got a cast iron skillet warming up, and I'm just going to pour it all in the cast iron skillet and warm them up that way. Should work. Why wouldn't it? So maybe I could have left that in there because I threw that on the fire and it just sat there. I just sat on the fire underneath the grate to try to get it to burn up, and it just sat there and sat there and sat there and just bubbled the barbecue sauce. So I'll just let it cool off and throw it in the trash then. Get that warmed up. Well, it's steaming in there, so that's good. Throw a little more wood underneath there, and should be what we want. Yeah, there's some warmth to it. Well, we're going to call that good for the night. The ribs are good, or the whatever you call it. It's a heavy tomato based. It's not barbecue sauce. It's more of a light pasta sauce, kind of. But somewhere I've got a salad. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is, right here. Holly went to some restaurant or ordered out and got a little salad. So, gonna call that good. I thought tonight would be kind of something, see something, but tomorrow's supposed to be a very nice, calm day. So I left everything in the stand, get dressed, head back out that same stand, and then determine how long I sit. And tomorrow will be the last late morning because the time changes. So then Sunday morning, it'll be an hour earlier getting to the stand, but it'll get dark like at 4:30. So appreciate you coming along. Not that exciting so far, but maybe we can change that tomorrow. Well, sat on the stand for 3 hours and 15 minutes. Didn't see a thing. Saw more squirrels today than I had the last 3 sets in that stand. Light winds right now. Let's see what the old analog thermometer says. We're looking at about 41, 42. High today, 45. Got down to like 33, I think is what it, 31 maybe? I don't know what it was. It's somewhere 31, 33 when I got up this morning. Everything was fine in the tree stand. I did bring everything back because I don't know where I'm going this afternoon. I'm going to head over to Holly's stand, and I've got one screw-in step that I'm going to put in the tree. I put a ladder up, and I've got the trail camera elevated about 8 feet off the ground. And then I've got the external antenna higher up. I need one more step to screw in the tree above the ladder to reach and get another foot up higher to try to get that camera to fire off on a regular basis. It's updating in the app half the time and then sending pictures half the time, and I know that we're missing deer that's out in front of that stand. So I'll do that, come back, and then I'll fix lunch. And try to decide where I'm going to go this evening. I'm not burning that stand out, or stand burned out, because I had deer last week that was there that didn't see me. I may go back to the very far back stand. I don't know. So I'll figure it out. Here is the camera. Up there is the antenna. I've got 2 steps already there. I need to put one more in order to possibly get that up another foot for the off chance it'll pick up a little better signal so we can actually see what's going on here outside of the one check-in in the middle of the night. I'll pull data as well and see what has come in here in the last week. I was able to raise it up another foot higher. We'll see what it does. When I was fiddling with it, it fired a picture off and I got it on the phone. So hopefully with that being 1 foot higher, that should help in the reception for the next month. Partly cloudy day, light wind, very nice. Cooking the 2 venison burgers I have. Getting low on the venison in the freezer. Working on trying to get another deer here. I pulled that, I got that camera put, external antenna higher up on Holly's camera above her blind. I pulled data, there's been no deer activity since last Sunday on that area. The stand I was in this morning and last night, there was a doe that walked through at about 9:30 p.m. last night. We are getting into the rut. I've said it before, so I think my best option is go to the very far back stand and try that. I've seen no deer on any camera, but that doesn't mean that they won't be there or could walk through or whatever, so give it a try and do it again tomorrow. Brought another wagon full of campfire wood up, add to the pile there. That'll give us another week, and then I'll have to get some more. Heading out to the tree stand. Make sure I've got everything. Yep. About 3 o'clock, gets dark. End of legal hunting time, I think, is, I gotta go out and check. It's on my phone. I downloaded the Department of Natural Resources hunting regulations on my phone. So even if I have no cell service, I can still pull it up as a PDF. Last night it was 6:04. So tonight I'm guessing it's gonna be about 6 o'clock. And then tomorrow, it'll be an hour earlier. It's like 6:15 for legal hunting time in the morning. But it gets dark, like 4:35. So, all right. I will see you in tree stand. Well, that didn't work the way I thought it would. I had a limb that was hanging down. And this is from the ice storm back in February. So I thought I could maybe shove it out of the way. But at the very top, it's V'd out and caught on a limb. And then all them other limbs are caught. So that's just the way it's going to be. I was trying to get it cleared so I could have an open shot there. But it doesn't look like that's a possibility. May work in my favor. This has been like this for a long time. I just thought I'd try it since it was early in the day. Or early in the afternoon. Well, didn't see a thing. Me shaking the tree and trying to get that branch down didn't affect anything. It was dead quiet. I mean, literally hurt your ears quiet for a solid hour. I grunted and rattled and absolutely nothing. So I don't know what to do in the morning, but I will go out. So right now I am warming up. I got the fire going. The deer burger that I cooked over the fire this afternoon. I'll have some more macaroni salad, and potentially I might make some muffins in our oven there and do it in the front tent. I gotta see, I've got the mix here, I think. I've got butter. So I think it's wild berry is what I've got. What we got here? Oh, what we got? Wild berry. Now these here, it says you add so much milk, but you can just add water instead of milk and it works fine. So I might make these and try to not burn them this time. If you remember the first time we tried cooking in that camp oven. So let me eat supper first and then we'll maybe tackle this. So I'm working on getting the muffins to cook. So trying to fiddle with the heat. Putting just enough heat in there. It's not like a set it and forget it thing. We did that before and the muffins turned out black in bottom and good. The upper 1/3 was good on them. So just trying to fiddle with it so I can get decent. I've got this here, up here, which I don't know. We know this one's not accurate. So then I've got that thermometer up there, which is above 500. So I'm going to shut it down and just let it set for 5 minutes and let the ambient heat in there do what it needs to do. And if I need to add more heat, that's what I'll do. So here's the end result. The ones that wasn't over direct heat turned out, well, still stuck to the paper. The ones over the direct heat, the bottom third, a little bit is burnt. Same thing on this one here. So now they do make cast iron. They do make cast iron 6-cell muffin tins. I'm wondering if that would help prevent the burn. It's already seasoned. You put a little butter in it if you want it more to do it better, so you don't have to use the cupcake tins. If that would allow these to come out perfectly and not have to fight this mess here, or would that like stick to the sides and burn to the sides? I don't know. I will eat these, and now that cast iron 6-cell is $30, but still, if I can make muffins every time and they turn out perfectly, then it's worth it, instead of doing this where you actually, by the time you eat all 6, you lose like half to 3/4 of one muffin. Got the fire stoked up. Hopefully you can figure out the muffin situation. If you got answers on if that cast iron would work without a muffin tin, let me know. Getting ready for bed. Gonna have some peanuts, salted and roasted, courtesy of Hampton Farms out of North Carolina. They sent me a case of peanuts, these 12-ounce bags. I got 18 of them. That's how many is in a case. So, interested in peanuts, that might be somebody you want to go to. Just making mention of that. Also, do you eat your peanuts? Do you eat the peanut itself, or do you eat the shell as well to get the saltiness? I eat both. I will, most of the time, will eat the shell and the peanut together. So let me know on that. Also, other than that, going to be an early morning, so I don't know where I'm going yet. And we'll see you. You'll see me, and I will see you in the tree stand in the morning. Well, that was a bust. Sat in the stand for 3 hours. Didn't see anything. 23 degrees this morning. Now I've changed some of the clothing I'm wearing, but gloves are the same. And I think it was slightly warmer this morning at 23 than it was at 32 yesterday, or 33. Just really damp, and that's really where the coldness comes from. Didn't see anything out there. So, haven't seen anything on trail camera except for 9:30 on Friday evening. There was a doe in that one stand we talked about. But gonna get changed, warmed up, gonna have some oatmeal. Then I've got a couple of things to do around camp, and then we'll get Holly's handgun out here and take a couple of shots at the target and see how close we are at and get that sighted in. And I think that's pretty much the main project here for this morning. In the tent here, it is, what are we looking at? 38 outside, 40 inside. I let the stove go out this morning because there's no need stoking the stove when nobody's here. So, I don't know. Deer are somewhere, they're just not here. And I didn't plan it, but I came off the stand at 9 o'clock. And just getting back to camp here, it is just extremely... the wind has really started to pick up and pop and snap the flag. Big gust here and there. I don't know what the actual speed is or forecasted for is, but it's really a dark, gloomy day. The sun was out for about 15 minutes. Watched it clear the horizon, and after that, it's really started to get chillier than what it was, even though it's 38 and was 24. So this is Holly's new gun. It's a CVA Scout V2 LR pistol, 14-inch barrel, 44 Magnum. She got this because we had shot the shotgun and she just didn't like the feel of the shotgun. We'd purchased it. She thought she was good for it. And she just, you know, when she has her head there looking down the barrel, she just didn't like that there's so much power right there going outward. Now, prior to us buying the land, she'd never touched a gun before. Before we bought the land, we knew we'd need some type of self-defense, potentially for bear. So she took a handgun class put on by one of the local gun ranges where we live, and they explained everything about the gun, the bullets, how it worked, and all the mechanisms, all that. She went in the range, she shot, felt good about it. Everything went well. Then she got her concealed carry license. Everything went there. Fine, good. She's comfortable with that gun out there. She's just not comfortable with that shotgun seated on her chin. So she wants to gun hunt. And in Wisconsin, this is a legal weapon for deer. So we bought the gun itself. To be clear, it did not get shipped to our home. We bought it online and had to go to a registered gun shop store. We had to fill out the paperwork for the background check, and then we were able to get it from there. Now the red dot scope, we purchased it online, and then I have installed that, and we're going to see where it is currently and see what we need to do in order to get it precisely where we want. We're at 30 yards. I've put a circle down there on that board just to give me a reference point. Big board, so I can see, okay, how close are we, where are we at, and what we need to do. I don't know how loud it's going to be. I've got ear protection. Now when she goes in the woods, she'll have a pill bottle with 4 shells and foam holding that down so it doesn't rattle, because unlikely she's going to take more than 4 shots. This is a center fire rifle, or center fire handgun with a rifled barrel. So, and it does have a safety on it in addition to the hammer. So that's cool as well. All right, let's get this loaded up and see how it fires. Oh, is that it right there? All right, so that we hit right there. Okay. So let me fire another one to make sure that we are pattering. We're hitting the same spot. So I need to go up 2 inches and to the left 5 inches. I can see that. I need to go to the left 1 inch and up 1.5 inches. So we'll just make more adjustments there. I can't see that. I gotta go check that one out. Okay, here we go. Shot 1, shot 2. That was to make sure my group was right. I wasn't fouling something up. Shot 3, shot 4. So now I need to go up a titch more and then to the left just a little bit more. So those are about the same. So I'll make a little more dramatic of a change there and shoot one more time. And then I'll shoot one of these cans for fun and we'll call it good. That one may be a little high. That shot way high, so that may have been me, but I will make a small adjustment to the left. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was my mess up. And 5. I'm gonna call that good. Let's set up one of these bottles here and see if we can hit it. And if we can, we'll be good. And then what I do with these bottles and the brass shell casings, it all gets recycled. They won't take these bottles because they could have liquid in it, but if I blow them apart, I can flatten them and they'll be scrap. So we're gonna aim for the center one with the orange tape. I'll put you here, safe distance away, but you'll be able to see it. Sat it back up, so I was aiming here and shot there and blew the can that way, and the force blew this one that way. You can see the bullet tumbled through there sideways. All right, well, we're gonna call that good. I'm just looking at different things here. I embedded that metal into that board and then exit one there. So, all right. There's the marble. So, all right, we're gonna call that good. And then Holly can come and shoot it to see how she shoots. But I'm within the circle. So, all right, we're gonna call that good. Fired well. The only disadvantage, and I knew this going into it, was it doesn't eject the shell casing out of the barrel. You got to manually pull it out, but that's minor. But beautiful little gun. They don't make this anymore, discontinued I believe in 2019, but this was new in box. There's still a lot of them available. So I got a turn it off here. There we go. You gotta turn the scope off. 50,000 hour battery on it, so that's pretty good. And you could put a silencer on this. I don't know why you'd want to, but it threads out. So, all right, that completes that project. Heating up some Polish kibasa, and I have some more macaroni salad. Maybe I can get rid of that. Boy, it's gotten windy. You can see the flag, they're just standing straight out. Had one deer on camera at 12:02 or 11:02 in the stand that I hunted Friday night, Saturday morning. It was a yearling. It looked to be about 60 pounds. You figure 48% of that would be take-home weight. But anyway, I don't know. We'll come back next week and try it again. Well, that will do it. Another extended weekend here up at the land. Thank you so much for being part of it. Last week we saw a deer from the tree stand and should have taken a shot, but would have missed and spooked it. So it maybe will come around and I'll be able to get a better shot at a better deer. So I don't know. It's going to be much colder next time we visit. Highs in the mid 30s and lows in the low 20s. So we will see how that works out. So until next time, I thank you for coming. Let's put cold in the comments below if you made it this far. And until next time, I'll see you then.